Alright, welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade. Today we are doing a Gottlieb flipper. Yes, flippers. I did that one already, and now we're going to do this one together. First thing, what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to get the EOS switch out of the way. One and two. These wires, they don't have no direction on that EOS switch. They just go on, so you don't have to worry about where they were attached. And the reason why I'm taking this whole bracket off is because there's another bushing, the exact same thing on the other side. Well, it's almost exactly the same thing, except it's got indentations on the feet so it can lay in some holes. But I have to get at that bushing first before I can get at the, what do you call it? But I do have to get these off first. And I don't have the right tool, and the right tool is over there on the other table. I do have to get this off first though. This flipper's not going anywhere unless I loosen these screws to drop the flipper onto a playfield. Flipper's right here. There we go. There's the flipper. Alright, we got the flipper out. The flipper will not be going back in until I get onto the playfield, because I want to wax underneath there. Alright, so let's get back to doing this. 6 screws holding this on. Interesting thing, this part right here that you see, that is original Gottlieb. They left a factory with those, and I forgot what it was called. A tail. The tails were supposed to help the flippers from binding up and stuff like that, but from what I read, they still were binding up anyways. Okay, the bushings. Here's the bushings. This is the bottom one. As you can see, the bottom one's got these little indentations, and this one doesn't. So this is the bottom one. We'll put them right there for now. And these just unscrew. These are not He-Man tight either, which I thought was really weird. But I guess they don't need to be super crazy tight, because they got nice long threads and they got this lock washer. And these flippers actually were in pretty decent condition, but they had slop in them. So that little slop, what that does, it just translates to the flipper, and then the flipper just, it translates, it's like I guess a rod with a bushing on it. You get a little slop down here, and then when you get to the completely, you get a little slop right here, so it just moves a little bit, but when you get to the end here, you get more slop. So I recommended replacing them. They weren't going to get any better, they were just going to slowly get worse over time. And it wasn't really much of nothing while I was here working on it to replace them, versus a year or so from now then replacing them, because then it's more money. Right here it was just parts. I'm like, I'm here right now, I'm doing them, so it's just parts right now. I don't need this here. Let's put that over here. There's one bushing almost in. Actually, after that, we can tighten this back down to the playfield. So we don't need it. We just had to get at this. So yeah, let's tighten that back down. We don't need it loose anymore. Everything that's on here I can get back to. Again, Gottlieb, Y flathead. Let's just put 2 in. Sounds like my son's home. Yep, he's home. The dog's happy. These are actually pretty decent where I can control the screwdriver better. Where I can get right down to it. Now these flippers are, these flippers are a little more of a pain to do because there's a rod that's pressed into the assembly that you have to pound the pin out. And then after you pound the pin out, you got to put the new plunger part back in. And then after that, you gotta pound that pin back in. But then now you're pounding it between 2 pieces of metal that are like that. And when you pound a pin in, the metal tends to squish like that and then bind the plunger. So what I had to do was I had a big fat screwdriver I stuck in there, so when I pounded it back down, it kept that space open. That was fun. I don't know if I'm going to do that on camera or not, because my vise is way over in a corner in my really messy workshop. I'll try to get it on camera if I can. And there's garbage. Well, not garbage. Customer parts bin. Let's go right back to the customer. We'll go back in the bag. Oh, and then the other reason why I was doing the flippers too, this EOS switch on that side, the leaf was completely gone. Just completely gone. It was laying in the bottom of the cabinet. The leaf broke right off. So that was another reason to replace it. Plus, you're getting all new bushings, you're getting a whole new linkage assembly. It's a win-win-win no matter what. New sleeve. You go down, you knock all the parts. It's just cheaper to do the whole thing at one time. Let's get this off. Where's my... There it goes. This is the spring for this assembly. It's the pullback spring for the flipper. I don't know if that's a technical term or not, but a return spring helps return the spring back to where it's supposed to be. And new coil stops. These ones are in really nice shape yet. Rusty. They got rust on them, but they're nice. And then coil sleeve came right out too, which is good. That is crusty. Look at that. That's nasty. Coil's good. This goes over here with the rest of the parts. Alright. Now this is the piece I was talking about. This pin right here. This pin has to get pushed out so you can put the new piece in. And there's a little slop there. This one isn't as bad as the other side. The other side was worse. This piece where it goes into the plastic, Actually moved it just a little bit. This wasn't pretty good. But that's got to play that way. It's supposed to have play this way because that's how it pivots. It's got a lot of play that way. Alright. The spring comes off too. This one, it doesn't matter. I guess I took it off so nice it doesn't matter how nice I take it off because it's garbage anyways. It's going with the parts. It's alright. And if you notice, it does have this little up-down movement. And when you pound this pin out and then put it back together, these tend to, they want to mush together. So you got to keep something down in there to keep them spread far apart. So let's see if I can go accomplish that again. Alright, we're back. I didn't record it because it was a pain. As soon as I got over there and remembered how I had to do it, there was no way I could record it and show you guys at the same time. But anyways, here's the new assembly. All nice and put back in there. Now we'll go back into there like that. So now we gotta clean this all off. I'm out of naphtha. My naphtha evaporated. My naphtha, usually I would screw the cap back on, so I can't stand the smell. And there was grease in there too. Not a lot, but there was some old sticky grease in there, which never helps. It goes like that. New coil stop. Sleeve. Fun, fun, fun till the daddy takes the T-bird away. Wee, wee, fun, fun. Okay. This is also fun too. Getting these back down in there. The first one's a fun one. There we go. This one isn't too bad. So I can get at it with my finger. There we go. Okie dokie. We have two fully charged batteries on the camera. So now we are gonna get this flipper done. Let's actually take this flipper, put it right there. Alright, see how it doesn't return? Because I don't have that spring on yet. Alright, now we're gonna take this off. Let me take it off from this side. This makes it a little easier for me and for you guys, because you can totally see what I'm doing now. Take it off, and then I gotta take the new switch and flux it up and get it prepared for soldering. And I'll show you what the new switch looks like. That's the exact same copy of the old switch. It's just the contacts are in a different spot. That's about it. but that don't matter. It's just a switch. It's a switch. That's all that matters. Got the new rubber band. Okay, let me get over here. Flux up the tips. Get a little solder on them. And what I use for soldering iron is a Hacko FX888D. Now these Hackos, that's about what the name is, Hacko. A lot of people counterfeit these. So, and they're an exact, I mean exact clone. I mean exact. I've seen videos where the people take them apart, and the only way to tell if you got a real one is take it apart. You take it apart and you look at the board, because the board, they don't really copy the boards too much. The case is like spot on. The cord is like spot on, but it's got a little different feel to it. Everything. And once you take it apart and open it up, that is where they say the changes are. And I seen a video on it, and it freaked me out so bad, I took mine apart. And sure enough, mine's a real one. I got lucky. But if you're gonna get one of those, buy it from an authorized distributor, because then you get a warranty and everything like that. Warranties are great. All right, let's get this new spring on. Where's the opening on it? It's right there. These are a pain in the butt. I usually use my tool. My forceps. Makes it a little easier. Let me get over here on this side. To get this one on there. Yeah, you can stretch this if you want. Get it on however you like. But I like using the forceps. Does the least damage to the spring. I gotta redo it in a different spot. Does the least damage to the spring. You're not stretching it out. You don't have to worry about your chubby little fingers grabbing it in the wrong spot. There we go. And now you can see it's got the correct oomph to it. Now what we will have to do is we're going to have to adjust these back. This is always a fun. I'm probably going to have to do this off camera again. It's because the camera's in my way. I might not. I just got to correct that. Yeah, I think I'll probably do them off camera again. But yeah, there's a lot of tweaking on these switches just because they're a little shorter. There we go. Good. That's done, that's done. Let's get this soldered back on. I just watched a guy solder some wires on a coil on another channel. He used enough solder to solder about 8 coils. And I'm like, damn, you probably use about that much solder off the spool to attach one wire to a coil. I'm like, holy crap, dude. Yeah, I gotta adjust that a little bit yet. It's not perfectly flat like I like it. I'm gonna bring this. There's that little screwdriver. Now it's flat. Now I just gotta bring it over. There we go. Look at that. Almost perfect. This I want to bring just a little bit more. There we go. It's got tension on it now. Yeah, when I move that back, yeah, one moves a little bit. There we go. Perfect. And that's a Gottlieb flipper rebuild. All brand new and perfect as can be. Well, I'm pulling this back out so I can get this all clean off because that is nasty. That is not going back on a machine like that. That will get polished up with some Novus 2. We'll get a new rubber on it, and it's going to look beautiful. Alright, that's it. If you like the videos, like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Share with your friends. If they need help with this rebuild, feel free to say, hey, my buddy over at Mark's Basement Arcade just rebuilt one. Maybe some of the stuff he did will help you out. But anyways, that's about it. And there's your flipper rebuild, Gottlieb. I think it's from 1976 to 80s, I believe. But that's it. And we're all done under the playfield except for the bank relay reset. We got to do one coil sleeve. So we're going to do that next. One coil sleeve. Why one? Because you know how I roll. I did the other one already. Alright, thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up. Like and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook at Mark's Basement Arcade. And thanks again. Later.